All right, welcome everybody to this week's showing of the brushless IROC class here at Lanes Raceway. Hope you guys are having a great weekend. Had a little bit of trouble early on this weekend. As you guys know, we had to make a live stream here yesterday on Facebook because we had a water main break here in town. So we had to shut down yesterday. So the guys had a little bit less practice time. So we were supposed to start at 3:45. They got a little extra practice time in there, get their stuff worked out and get some parts out of the shop here. But we're open today. You just can't drink the water, folks, unless you boil it. So other than that, the toilets do flush, so that's good. Right now you can see the cars are getting situated here. Looks like there's one car off the start-finish line there. Now, of course, the rules state in this race, 3 strikes you're out, 2 communities, of course, like any other series, but you're not allowed to take these cars to your pit station. You have to work out on them on the track, and all of the cars are going to stay in their lane. So if an orange car has an orange sticker on it, it's always going to have an orange sticker. None of the racers need stickers in this class. Not to mention, next week we're going to put rental controllers on every lane, and all the racers are going to race them with rental controllers, and that'll even make it even closer. So if you've been kind of on the fence whether or not you want to come in here and join up and get on one of these brushless cars and try it out, next week will definitely be a great opportunity for that, as everybody won't have a controller advantage for sure. So that'll be pretty cool. Coming up a little bit later on, after this race ends, we'll be going into the hard body class on the oval, and on the orange track we're going to be running the wing car class here. And then our final race, of course, will be on the oval for the Hometown Heroes race, which really went well last week with our little dirt style heat racing into feature racing and stuff like that, how they actually hold races. So we're thinking about actually making a race this coming Saturday for the Hometown Heroes class. It won't be points given, but it'll be that format, and I think we're going to try to start that around 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So definitely check that out if you're in the area. It was a pretty good time. Everybody coming up in here, racing heat races and trying to make it to the main. So we're going to try that next Saturday, like I said, around 4 o'clock. Right now we can see that they're changing up a little bit of the racing order. Looks like we got another late comer into the race. They're going to be jumping in there just shortly. Let's head over here to TrackMate. You can see. Looks like they're trying to enter a name. Might be a real newcomer here. We always like brand newcomers here for sure. Nonetheless, folks, it's going to be a pretty exciting race here, I believe. These cars tend to be a little bit sensitive out of the gate, and they also be real sensitive when it comes to the brake. So on the brake, you want to definitely dial her back a notch so it gets a little bit of coast in there, not so aggressive braking. And also on the sensitivity portion of the controller, you want to dial it down a little bit so you get a little feel into the car. Another little pro tip in this class is when a track gets shut off, if you can hear somebody wreck, you know it's fixing to shut off, just make sure that your controller's held in all the way and you get a nice beautiful coast. So we're heading over here. Looks like Guillermo's still taking a look here at his car. He finally has made it this weekend. He's going to be racing the UPS, Central City UPS store sponsored car here at Lanes Raceway. And it looks like Josh Reinerson is going to jump in the mix here with these brushless guys. And we also see Gabriel Kirtley. Hadn't been here in a bit. He's been busy. He's back in the mix. Y'all know the old rivalry between him and Jay Latham. And I'll tell you right now, once Gabriel said he was getting in the race, Jay didn't even look at him. Just walked right past him, pizza in hand and all. All right, let me take a look over here, make sure everybody's there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We're looking good here, folks. All right, racers, watch your lights. Here we go. Now remember, 2 communities, 3 strikes, you're out. That's the name of the game. Coming coming out of the gate here. Gabriel Kirtley in second position, already back in the mix here. Down on purple, Jackson Daugherty currently in the lead there on white lane. As we see a car sent to the high outside, two of them. And Jay Latham, he's going to bring those cars around. We got community going for green. That's Glenn Burden. And a community for black, Josh Reinerson. So black and green going to take the first communities here this afternoon. Jay Latham helping a fellow racer Jackson Daugherty out there in the high banks as his car kicked down in the high banks. All right, we're back to green racing. Now, these cars tend to max out about 8 foot into the backstretch, so it's a little bit strange to see. So whoever hit the button there is gonna, it looks like Jay Latham's gonna bring the car around. All right, and that's gonna be the second community there on black lane. Sorry about that, went to the oval there. I don't know what I'm doing here, folks. Forgive me. It's been a rough couple days. All right, heading back over. We're now in strike territory. Jay Latham moving his way back around. I swore I brought my drink. I don't guess I did. Ooh, got another car coming off the track right there in the horseshoe portion of the track. Josh Reinerson, he's coming around. He's going to take a look at a car. Moving Guillermo Sire's car up on the high banks there. Jay Latham there with the car in hand. That's going to be another strike, or one strike for black lane. Glenn Burden there rolling the black lane for Josh Reinerson. Sometimes you come in just a little too hot, it'll roll that braid up, and just needs to be rolled back down. Sometimes it takes wreck incident and it kind of folds up that braid a little bit, which is a good thing. Like, I mean, if you glued it down so hard that it wouldn't flex at all, you'd have a lot of issues. This track's got to kind of move, kind of like a house does in a weird way. It's got to settle and move around. If it doesn't, then what ends up happening is you have a bunch of braids touching each other, ripping completely out, and then you can't fix it because you don't have the slack to do it. 4 red lights drop out to green. Here we go. Jackson Daugherty still in the lead there as he comes up on the green of Glenn Burden. Kind of keeping his distance there, going around the donut portion. Both of them there side by side, neck and neck. Jackson complaining a little bit earlier about feeling like he couldn't run the brushless class all that well, but it seems like he's doing all right. Gabriel Kirtley now taking over the lead there on purple, though. So Glenn Burden there coming around. Josh Reinerson fixing Gabriel Kirtley's car, and that's going to be a strike for green. So right now, 1 strike on green for Glenn Burden, 1 strike for Josh Reinerson. And we're back rolling. These cars are quite a handful, but at the same time, they are very good at handling. So there's not a whole lot of issues with them. And also the wrecks are not too intense as they're so lightweight. The only issues we sometimes have is that you can over tighten the motor into the rear gear, and when you do that, it makes it where that the motor doesn't have enough torque to overpower it, and kind of the car to set still, really. So So yellow and black, and one more. Okay. So yellow. That's 2 for Josh on black. And Jay Latham's got one in his hand. We'll see who it is. Looks like there might be an issue with that car. As Jay and Glenn go off the track to work on the car together. That's the only rule we have. You can't take the car off and work on it on your own, but you can take somebody or partner with you, and y'all can work on it together just to make sure nobody's modifying these cars and stuff like that. All right, and that's going to be a strike for purple, which is Gabriel Kirtley, his first. Still in the first heat, having a little bit of trouble keeping these cars under control, it seems, some of the guys. So we'll see if they can get her in gear here. See a little bit of a love tap there from the car upon its lid. That white car and the horseshoe now flipped. Got into the black and pink car, the Caterpillar car. Both of them coming off. That's going to be another strike there for green and a first strike for white. And half of the heat still left to go. Guillermo Sire now in the lead, followed by Gabriel Kirtley, Jackson Darty, Randy Kirtley, Bruce Bullington, Jay Latham, Glenn Burden, Josh Reiners. So we did receive some hail damage on our New Lanes Raceway. If you guys were wondering about maybe seeing some new updated information on the New Lanes Raceway, but nonetheless, we've had some hail damage take place down there. Quite a few leaks coming in. That's why we haven't really updated you, just simply because we haven't really gotten much further than the last pictures you've seen. That's purple and red. Just trying to see, there's quite a few people wrecking on this one. Okay, yellow, that'll be their second. So purple and yellow got one. And red take their first. Looks like Jay Latham's wanting to take a look at his car. But yeah, so we found about after that big hailstorm came through, and I'm talking like some of them were literally the size of quarters coming down. They busted up my house. I've got a new roof fixing to be put on my house even. But yeah, I mean, it was a pretty bad storm, caused a bunch of trees to come down and everything else, and it busted up the New Lanes Raceway's roof. So they're in the works currently there in that building that we're renting of getting a new roof installed on there. So once that gets done, we'll paint the ceilings, paint the walls, paint the floors, and we'll start moving in, folks. So just bear with us. We'll be moving in there shortly, and of course we got the new Aton track and stuff that's going to be in there, and a new quarter-mile track from Giannis. It's going to be pretty cool. That's going to be a second strike there for red lane. A lot of two strikers going on right now. Only 6 seconds left to go in the heat. So it looks like Glenn and Josh Reinerson are out as they're not ticking any more laps right now. So that will be green and black. We'll go ahead and update that here in just a second. So green and black. Taking 3 strikes. Well, it didn't take long. Purple. Purple going to receive its third. That's third one for Gabe. So pretty horrible little first heat here as we already got 3 people out. Josh Reinerson going to take the Senior 5 strikes this weekend. So he'll get a free Yoo-hoo for being a Yahoo on the track. And it didn't take long. All right, that's a red flag rotation. Go ahead and clear these strikes out. And we'll head over to the track mate. You see Guillermo Sire right now in the lead with 31 laps, followed by Randy Kirtley with 30, 29 for Jackson, 28 for Gabriel and Bruce, 25 for Jay, 16 Glenn, and 15 Josh. Take over to Cam 1 and 2. Be right back with you. All right, 3 seconds left to go. Let's focus in here. Should have an updated photo. Josh Reinerson and his Yoo-hoo coming at you live on Facebook. Right now, Guillermo Sire out in the lead, followed by Randy Kirtley down on purple. Randy Kirtley struggled a little bit, not last week, but the week before. Of course, Randy and Guillermo Sire out last week. Had to do a little bit of clarifying on the Senior 5 strikes. So it's always the first person to get it of each week gets awarded the Yoo-hoo. All right, so let's see here. Strike for orange, first community. That's Bruce Billington. Well, they. Okay. 4 red lights drop out to green. Here we go. These cars are having some troubles this week, it looks like. Staying in the lane. 15 seconds in, already got our second community. My wife there putting them back on. That's going to be a strike under the community for yellow. And a little kick out there from another car coming off of the donut portion of the track. That's going to be a strike for red lane. They're first. Car to the high outside there, the old Caterpillar pink and black car getting in contact with a couple. So that's purple. What's the other one? Green? Purple and green. Gonna get a strike. So Jay and Randy gonna receive their first strikes. The Spring Series t-shirts should be here this week. Also, the Lanes Raceway stamp, folks. The stamp of approval. It's coming. So get ready for those Race to Pro or Race to a Ton Racers Battle Passes. They're coming soon. And when they do, just remember, we'll be stamping your card for sure. That's going to be a strike for Orange Lane, Bruce Bullington. Yeah, a lot of people excited for the Racer Pass that's coming up. And I'll tell you what, it's going to be about 6 months of hardcore racing and practice, which a lot of our racers need, simply because we have a lot of rookie racers. So they need to turn as many laps as they possibly can. And I'm not going to make it easy to get through this Racer's Pass, but if you get through it, you should be pretty close to prepared for running into the pro race, which we're going to have a $500 race. Only 8 people in it though, so you're going to have to really battle to be one of those 8 positions. So we get a Caterpillar car coming off again, getting rear-ended there. And that's going to be another strike there on green. 2 strikes for green, 2 strikes for orange, 1 strike for red, 1 strike for purple. Car there, I believe off Orange Lane, shunning to the outside there. If it is orange, that's their third. And I believe it was. Bruce Bullington's going to set the remainder out this heat. .30 seconds left to go in the heat. Guillermo Sire, your current leader, 56 total laps. Randy Kirtley, 55. Gabriel Kirtley, 54. Car coming off on the upper portion of the bridge, which is abnormal. Not a lot of people wrecking up there. And that's going to be a strike on white for Guillermo. Since there's no place open today, we've went and got some pizzas from local business in Island, Kentucky that didn't get affected by the water main. Kips to go. We have some Kips to go pizza here. He uses a special kind of cheese. It's not mozzarella. It's That's a second strike for Guillermo there. Sorry, missed that. It's provolone. So a lot of people like the provolone cheese. I know I like it, but my stomach don't tend to like it after a couple hours. But I'll tell you what, folks, it's a better tasting cheese for sure than mozzarella. If you've never tried it, go to Kips to Go. They got some great pizzas there, and their pizzas are definitely tasty for sure. Guillermo Sire in the lead right now with 63 laps. Second place right now, Randy Kirtley, 62. And third place, Gabriel Kirtley, 61. And head over cam 1 and 2. Be right back with you. All right, folks, 10 seconds left to go before we go back green racing. Here we go. Guillermo Sire was in the lead at the end of it, followed by Randy Kirtley and Gabriel Kirtley, your top threes. We already got a car coming off on the inside there. That's going to be on Red Lane, First Community. Randy coming around, fixing some tails from coming down. Stalled car there on White Lane. That is the second community down. We're now in strike territory. Randy Kirtley, of course, fixing those tails of those cars back up. Got 2 cars off in the donut portion of the track there. It's like green and white. Take their first strikes. Looks like we got another car off yet again in the donut. Looks like white again. Take their second strike here. Guillermo reaching underneath the bridge for a car. So yellow, Gabriel Kirtley driving her a little deep. Drive her a little deep. She comes off dead man's corner. Close battle there on the inside and through the S turns there, getting a little bit shaky as red lane gets tossed there from white lane. So red lane gonna take their first strike here. As you can see, some of these cars really darty just simply because of how sensitive these cars are on these controllers. You want to kind of dial them back just a smidge so that you get a little bit more trigger control and they don't dart really quick, because that's what causes most of the wrecks, is the quick dartiness about them. See Guillermo trying to fix his car here on the back stretch, and somebody's going to hit the flag here. Guillermo on green, or gonna get a strike on green lane. Guillermo helping put the car on. Looks like Guillermo's car's fixed there on red. Lost several laps there instead of hitting the button. Probably would have been more beneficial just to hit it. But sometimes you think you can get them on and then they end up tearing up. It's got 1 minute left to go, and we got another car off here in the donut, I believe, there on black. But it's not actually black. Yellow lane. That's going to be Gabriel Kirtley, his second. So we got a lot of people here with 2 strikes right now. Bruce with 2, Jackson with 2, and Gabriel with 2. Looks like we got another car off. Looks like for green lane. That's going to be Jackson's third. That's his third. His third. Seconds left to go in the heat. And a car to the inside wall right before the horseshoe there, the red car. Purple. It'll be Purple's first strike. That's Glenn Burton on purple. So a whole lot of racing left to go in this third round robin heat. We already got 2 strikes on white, 2 strikes on yellow, 1 strike on purple, 1 strike on red. Oh, so we get a hard hit there, knocking maybe the car completely off the track. I'm not really for sure here. It might have stayed on there. Black and orange. First strikes for Josh and first strikes for Randy. So now everybody but Jay Latham has a strike. So everybody's got Jay in their targets now. Jay, he's trying to not say much. He's trying to stay out of the limelight here. Ten seconds left to go. And it looks like Randy Kirtley is going to be your leader at the end of round robin 3. So we see another car come off. I couldn't hear what Guillermo said there. Red lane, that's going to be his second. A whole lot of wrecks happening in this series. And we got a red flag rotations. We head over to the track, mate. Take a look here. Randy Kirtley out in the lead, 95 total laps. 4 laps down from him, Gabriel Kirtley. Having a couple wrecks there. It's one thing separating those guys. Jay Latham there, 87, likewise, tied up with Guillermo Sire. Glenn Burden, Jackson, Josh, and Bruce all having some mishaps there, but Glenn Burden poised as he's coming back, making some more laps, 30 laps. Those are very impressive laps to be made, right up there with the best. Now, Jay Latham currently having 32 there on blue is the best that he's shown. So, being that he's 2 laps ahead of Randy and Glenn, will be exciting to see what he can do down low. Right now, the current lap leaders are Randy and Gabriel Kirtley with 33 total laps on black. We're going to move over to cam 1 and 2. After we clear the strikes, of course, and let you watch these guys work. We'll be right back with you. All right, 4 red lights dropping out to a green. As we can see, green just took the first community. All right, folks. Get my headset set here. It's got another car there coming off the donut portion of the track there. That looks to be red lane. Take the second community. Oh, looks like we got Guillermo going to take the second community also. Excuse me, folks. I'm having some troubles with my stomach here lately. Plus, I just ate 2 pieces of pizza. All right, we're midway right now. Randy Kirtley about to turn his 100th lap. As we get a car coming off on the inside there, getting cleaned up by another. So what do we have here? White and green lanes. Gonna take a strike. And it looks like Bruce is gonna have to take a look at a car, tape down a pin or something. Bronny entering the building, getting his stuff ready for later on the oval track. Randy, Glenn, and Bruce taking a look at the cars. Guillermo checking to see if he just got 1 strike. See those guys, they're having a meeting up there in the upper right hand portion of your screen. Jay, Jackson, and Gabriel having a talk. Jackson doing most of the talking. Bruce's car now fixed. And another car already off on the inside there on the big donut. And that's going to be a strike for White. Second one. Another little incident take place in Donut. Donut's been tough to get around here. It looks like black and orange having some issues there. Both their first strikes. Glenn messing with Gabriel a little bit. Ooh, we got red lane coming off very vigorously. Take their first strike. That's Bruce Bullington. Got another yellow flag here. It looks like there might be a car off on the back stretch. On blue lane, their first. Jackson Doherty's first strike. We got another incident here for inside of the donut there. Red lane coming off again. Their second strike. Red and white with 2. Everybody else but yellow and purple with 1. It looks like Bruce pulled his car. He didn't have to, though. He was actually still in the race. He's only got 2 strikes. Orange and yellow. And we got red flag rotation. We'll go over the strikes and clear those out. Back to cam 1 and 2. Be right back with you. Alright, we're back and we got a stalled car up in the horseshoe portion of the track. It's going to be a community on red. Another car coming off in the donut portion. Looks to be red again. Is that red again? It's going to be red's first strike. Gunner and Breyer coming in. Looks like Scott and D coming in too. Getting ready for the hard body race on the oval. So it looks to be red again. One more. That'll be all she wrote. Looks like Josh is pulling his car there on red. He didn't like the way that one handled. Nice coast there on yellow for Glenn. It's got another car wreck there on the donut. That's going to be on orange lane. Randy Kirtley going to take his first strike. Hey, Scott. What a run we had there in the fifth heat. It's going to be Jackson coming off on purple. His first strike. And that's a red flag rotation. Let's take a look over here at the track mate. See Randy Kirtley there in the lead, followed by Gabriel and Jay Latham tied up there at 30.4. The battle is over its time. Gabriel and Jay there for your top three. And Guillermo just a couple laps down with 148. Going to swap back over to the strikes and clear those out. And go to cam 1 and 2 and let you watch these guys race. Be right back with you. All right, 5 seconds. We'll be going back green racing. I am currently, I know you guys always want to know what I'm drinking. Drinking me a cinnamon toast iced coffee. They're going green racing. The strike board's been reset. I had the microphone down below my chin again, so that's awesome. So we see a car coming off yet again. That looks like it's going to be the green car, if I'm not mistaken. So take the first community. Looks like Jackson's helping some of the cars back ends pick up. We see 2 cars at least coming off there in the donut. Blue and red. We'll take the second community. We're now in strikes. several cars getting hit before the button got pressed. Looks like 3 of them out of the lane. It looks like Orange's nose a little roughed up there. He's going to fix his nose there. It's like red, blue, and purple going to get strikes. Ooh, red, blue, purple, and black receiving strikes. That's a hard hit. And looks like a car caught itself a nose there in the S portion of the track here. Looks like a couple cars coming off, one on black, one on purple. That's going to be their second strikes. One more, they're out. 57 seconds left to go in the heat. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to be honest with you here. Not to say that I'm not usually honest, but I guess that's a figure of speech. This will probably be my only one that, unless I start feeling a little bit better, it's probably going to be my only one that I'm going to live stream. Well, live stream the race, but I won't be commentating it. I'm going to have to go get me some rest or something. I'm not feeling too well. So we'll finish out this one. We're on round robin 6 of 8. That's going to be a strike on green. Coming up next, though, will be the wing car on the orange track, and followed by the hometown hero class on the orange or on the oval track. Excuse me. And that's going to be a third strike for black. Excuse me. And another car there to the high side portion of the track. I think that might be green, if I'm not mistaken. Ooh. Well, it looks like he pulled his car. That was only his second strike. So we get another yellow flag here. Josh Reinerson going to bring them around. And that's going to be on orange lane. They're first. And a hard hit right there on the back stretch. That's 3 for purple. That's 3 for purple. Yep. And that's a red flag rotation. Head over to the strikes and clear those out. And head over to the track mate. We can see Randy Kirtley in the lead, 188, 4 laps down from him. Jay Latham, Gabriel Kirtley, 181 to round up your top 3. Guillermo Sire, of course, wrecking out there right at the end. He was right up there in the mix with him. Lost a couple laps there. Glenn Burton, he's starting to catch 170 right there. Him and Guillermo pretty close together. Jackson, of course, wrecking out, drops him all the way down pretty far. And Bruce Bullington and Josh Reinerson there towards the back end. Heading over to Cam 1 and 2. Let you watch these guys work. Be right back with you. All right, 19 seconds left to go before we go back green racing. Jackson forgot his controller. He likes to run them gums. 2 communities, 3 strikes. Wow, folks. That's probably the longest bit of a heat that I have seen in the last 6 months. These guys almost ran a full heat without wrecking. That's pretty good. But we got 2 off right here, maybe 3. I don't know if that car there is off or not in the donut portion. Nonetheless, this will be the first community. Green, red, and orange. So Randy, Gabriel, and Jay, your top 3 were the ones that wrecked. But what a heat. And we're into another yellow flag here. Looks like a car slipped. And the donut being the main culprit tonight for causing wrecks. We got, looks like a blue car there with a black sticker and a blue lane involved in this incident. So black and blue for the second community. What we're waiting on right now. There we go. And yet again, a hard hit there in the donut portion of these 2 cars here. I think that's black and blue again. That's black and orange. Taking their first strike. Yellow flag car coming off up in the horseshoe. That's going to be a strike there on yellow, their first. And that's a red flag rotation. Clear these strikes, head over to the track mate. Randy Kirtley in the lead, 218 total laps, followed by Jay Latham, 215. Gabriel Kirtley, 212, round up your top three. Guillermo Sire, he's fighting to try to get in the mix, but he's going to need to see some guys wreck for that to take place along with everybody else. Nonetheless, we'll take you over to Cam 1 and 2, let you watch these guys race. We'll be right back with you. All right, 5 seconds will be going green racing. Final heat here. Randy Kirtley, your leader right now. But just by 3 laps. Jay Latham really reeled him in here. But he's hoping for Randy to have a couple more incidents. That's good. Couple cars off in the horseshoe. Gabriel Kirtley, I believe. Well, that might be Glenn. Glenn grabbing the couple cars. It's going to be for orange and white. First community. Jackson and Jay. Second community down. That's going to be a strike for black lane and purple. So now we are taking our 1, 2, 3 strikes. Two cars coming off there in the horseshoe portion of the track. Ooh, over on the high banks, Gunner and Briar Racing. Gunner's car took a flight to the moon. Yellow, purple, and black getting strikes.
Where he stopped at.
Not him?
No.
Sorry about that. So purple and black getting strikes, but not yellow. Spring Series t-shirt should be in next week, so if you're out there watching this and you got a Spring Series t-shirt, just remember they're coming in next week. We've gotten into the habit of not giving those out during the banquet, as that adds more time to the banquet live stream and stuff, and trying to simplify our banquets a little bit more and keep our 4 crowns more of a bigger banquet. So basically our banquet, we just go live real quick to the winner, and he says a few things and lets you know what crown's going on to be in the next 4 crowns. We only got 4 of those crowns. That's it. So this will be our second of 4. And then, of course, we'll have summer and fall crowns. So we got a lot here. Red, green, orange, purple, and black. So purple and black, that's our second one. 25 seconds left to go in the heat. That'll be it for this. But yeah, guys, I mean, we have a pretty good time here. Every series, as long as you keep your membership up, you get a free shirt. If you don't, and you enter just one of these races, you're eligible to get it. But you have to run in a series race to be able to be eligible to get a series race shirt. Now, in the 4 crowns, you have to be in the 4 crowns in at least 3 or more of the classes to be able to even get a 4 crown shirt, because they're actually personalized with your name on them, and they cost quite a bit. The 4 crown shirts are the only ones that you cannot get unless you're in the 4 crowns. Right now, Randy Kirtley going to bring home the win in the brushless IROC class. 249 total laps, followed by son Gabriel Kirtley, 245, tied with Jay Latham. We need to find out where they're located, actually. So Jay was on white, and Gabriel was on blue. So it looks like Jay's going to bring it home. Because I don't see, oh yeah, blue's coming around the donut. So Jay Latham actually going to be in front of Gabriel. So Jay Latham got second and Gabriel got third. Gabe, you got third. Okay. I don't know.
I never crossed before he did.
I don't understand why I did that either. All right, folks. So that's all we have for you for this IROC brushless class race here this weekend. Now, all the rest of the races, 3 more race weekends worth of makeup races. Now, you're going to see a whole lot less people in these races because a bunch of them just don't have races to make up. But it's good to make up. Now, if you come in and you race it, and you already got all your races, then we will replace your worst race. So it's always beneficial to come in and race, plus it helps the shop out. So it just gives you a chance to make it if you don't have a chance at it. Nonetheless, coming up next, we will have the hard body. Of course, it's going on right now on the oval, and we're going to have the wing car coming up next on the orange track. God bless you. Thank you guys for tuning in. This will probably be my only one that I'm going to actually commentate, as I just do not feel good. So thank you guys. Keep me in your prayers. God bless you.